everybody.
Welcome back.
So we're at the latest version. So what kind of tree do we have to go
Yep,
to
no
make
matter when you're watching this, we are at the latest version.
Yep, always.
So if you're looking for the update with the manatees and the beanstalk, that's this one.
So earlier when you made your fries, did you just throw away
What?
a fourth of a bag of fries?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? No. Did you see? Did you see that tweet? Obviously, though, did I miss something on there?
I mean, basically, but the oven. Okay, sure. It only gives directions for half a bag and 3/4 of a bag, which is weird. Like, it'd make more sense if they just gave you instructions for like a fourth of a bag, and then you could just work out how many fourths of a bag you wanted.
That doesn't. So people, oh God, for whenever you're watching this video, what Guude is referencing is I just tweeted out today at the fire station yesterday. One of the things that was purchased for the meal was bags of like frozen French fries, and I was throwing them on tray to put them in the oven, and I turned the bag around, and the back of the bag said directions for cooking in the oven, and it gave a direction, a temperature, and a time for half a bag, and the direction, temperature, and time for 3/4 of a bag, and that was it. And
but the only difference between the two directions is the amount of time.
yes,
Because the temperature and all that other stuff stays the same.
that is correct, but the time was not like something that you could necessarily extrapolate for the time between a half a bag and a full bag. Should I double it?
No, because the amount of time between a half a bag
Exactly. You think a
and
layman is going to have
a bag was
any
only 5 minutes.
idea?
I feel like the 3/4 of a bag instructions would work for the full bag.
I would agree, but why give 3/4 of a bag instructions?
Well, no, it is weird. So I guess they decided that there's too many in the bag for it because it's telling you to put it on an 11 by 17 sheet. I guess they've decided that the full bag won't fit in a single layer on the. So did you bake it on 11 by 17 sheet?
No, we have like an industrial oven at the fire station, and we did
okay.
4 bags at the same time. Like, I mean, it was like it was a shit ton.
How many people eat?
Between 10 and 15, depending on how many people are there. Because you have minimum staffing, we have an engine and an ambulance in service. So minimum number of people that we could have theoretically that you're trying to feed on a shift is 3 people on the engine and 2 people on the ambulance. But the engine can hold up to 6 people. The ambulance can hold up to 4 people. So you could have 10 people on this 2 apparatus. We do have a second ambulance and engine. So if you get enough people, you can put new units in service. And there's also admin members that could be there, which we have 2 of on my shift. So
here's what. Go ahead.
The average shift, we're looking at on my shift between 10 and 15 people on average.
Okay, so you were serving 15.
Yeah.
What you took problems with is that the instructions on the bag didn't give you the full bag. But one thing the bag does say is 3/4 of a bag serves 7 people. So
yes.
that means 1.5 bags serves 14 people.
You don't know how firefighters eat, my friend.
What I'm saying is, if you have a problem with the instructions, the moment it tells you that 3/4 of this bag is going to serve half the people you're trying to eat, but you're going to make 4 bags, I feel like everything else is out the window.
See, what you don't understand, I'm sure you do understand, is I really didn't have a problem with the instructions because I wasn't going to read those instructions anyways.
Well, of course. I mean, if you're baking these in an industrial oven, yeah.
And no matter what, I was going to get a temperature. Probably I would choose 425 for something like French fries because that just makes sense. Get some crispy and stuff on the outside. And I would cook them until they're done.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be like, set the timer for 12 minutes and that's how we're eating them. No matter how they look, that's how we're eating them.
I mean, what I typically do with these type of instructions is I look to see how long it says to cook something, and I set a timer for that amount of time. Normally I set it for like 2 minutes short, and then I just kind of pay attention to it and see, like, all right, is it done yet? No, it ain't done yet. Right. And then it's just like a guideline,
right,
which course. I'm sure is what you did too, right?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
It's just funny that like it says that basically that 1.5 bags should have fed all of y'all, and meanwhile you made.
Yeah, and I will tell you, honestly, the person who did the shopping yesterday went way excessive because she because she's the one who ended up getting the food cards in the company meeting. So she just texted me and said, I'll go. Because usually the engine crew will go out and we'll go figure out what to buy. But she was like, I'll just pick it up because she's one of the admin members. She's like, I'll just pick it up because we went on a call early and everything too. She's like, I'll just go pick up the food. And I was like, sweet. She came back with, holy shit, it must have been like 10 pounds worth of hamburger meat. So we made burgers and fries is what our dinner was. And I was like, just like 10 pounds of hamburger meat for like 15 people. Like, that is a ridiculous amount. We had so much food left over.
I was about to say, that's a lot of hamburger.
God, there was so much food left over. So the number, but still, in theory, we probably should have made 2 bags of fries, right?
Yeah. That's what makes sense.
But how could I cook 2 bags of fries? Because I don't know how much time it should take to cook because I didn't have directions for that.
Yeah, sure.
But that was the point. It's like it's very strange instructions on why would they tell you that? Why would they tell you half a bag, 3/4 of a bag, and that was it? That's all they gave you. Those were the options.
Yeah.
I mean, see, clearly my tweet had engagement because it engaged you.
Honestly, I just opened up my phone right as we started recording. It was the top thing. How do we? Because I was gonna look up how to get the bees from tree bees. Is it oak?
I don't have any idea. I just decided that while we were here and we had to plant trees, I would just plant trees and see what happened. It might be birch
There's 2 tree types. That's all I know, but I don't know if oak's one of them.
I also don't know if oak's one of them. I'll go plant some birch trees and see. Birch you can't do side by side, right?
You could.
Can you? Are those the only 2 that you can do? You can't do all the trees side by side, right?
Yeah, you can.
I don't think that's true.
I'm Googling it. Not that, but I'm Googling how to get bees.
I still don't think.
You can definitely put birch side by side.
Okay, you might be able to put birch, but I think it's only oak and birch possibly, and that is all. The question is, will the beehives come? And then what do we do with them? Put them in a garden?
I have no idea.
I see a lot of people playing with the bees. I just don't know what they're really for in a survival world.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. All right, hold on. Honey farming is a process of collecting honey bottles and honeycombs from beehives and bee nests.
Are you reading like real life bees? 101?
Yeah, let's learn about bees.
Just bees. Why do they have to be anything to do with this game?
To get honeycombs, you can use shears. Honey bottles are food items that are able to cure poison and can also be used for crafting sugar and honey blocks, the latter of which have sticky properties that give them a variety of useful applications. Honeycomb is used in crafting your own beehives or bee nests for bees to inhabit, as well as crafting decorative honeycomb blocks. All right, getting started. Obtaining bees.
Getting started.
The first step on your foray into apiculture is to find bees in your world. Bees are found occupying bee nests, which have small chances of generating on oak or birch trees in specific biomes during world generation. Bees can be lured and bred. There's something about a 5% chance.
Well, the world generation thing's changed in this update, though, right?
Okay, yeah. As of Java 15.2, occupied bee nests additionally have a 5% chance to spawn on oak or birch trees in any biome that were grown from saplings within 2 blocks away from any flower at the same Y level.
Flowers, huh?
And these be
Is that oak or birch, though?
Yeah. It needs to be.
We need to go get us some
a flower at the same Y level. It's also the ideal way to obtain bees in older worlds, create a power.
We have phantoms. How?
You have phantoms.
Well, they're gonna affect you just the same in a minute. Oh man, they hit for a lot of points again. I don't have any food on me.
Similar to villagers, bees follow their own schedule. During the day in clear weather, bees will leave their beehive or bee nest and wander around in search of flowers. When they have found a flower, they will hover over the flower for a short time to collect pollen. once they have collected pollen, their appearance will change and they will begin heading back to their hive. When they get back, bees will enter the hive and begin working for 2 minutes. Once they are done, if it is still daytime and the weather is clear, they will exit the hive and repeat the process. When night falls or weather occurs, bees will try to return to their hive regardless of if they've collected pollen or not.
Are you going to name this episode the Bee Tutorial, like Bees 101, and just read it in a monotone voice, the entire like wiki page? I want it to be one of those those videos that gets like hundreds of thousands of views for all the new players in the tutorial. It's just you being like, and the bees will then come out of the hive. And...
I'm gonna name it the Bee Movie. All right, so you've grown these. You've planted flowers too.
Yeah, I'm collecting flowers as we speak. More.
You
flowers.
can bone mill to get the flowers too. You know that.
Yeah, but we got a lot of flowers over here. Because I have a lot of different types of flowers, so I keep on to throw crap out of my inventory. That's annoying.
So I've been dating someone new. Have I talked to you about this?
Possibly. I mean, you talked to me about the girl you were dating. It depends on how new you're talking now.
Met her today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you met her today, then no, we haven't talked about her yet. Met her yesterday, not then either. However,
I think so. You know, I met her basically 1st of December. About. We went on a date. And then we went on a second date. But on the first date, she talked about how like
she's a squirter, and you were like, "Ding ding, that's my girl."
No, if she was like, "I'm a squirter," I'd be like, "And date over." No offense to all you squirters out there, but not for me. Anyways, Jesus. So now if you grow a tree where like you would be like in the leaves, it just makes you lay down on the ground.
Oh, really? Instead of just pushing you out of the way, you lay down.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
We've not gotten any beehives. So on the first day,
it's only a 5% chance.
I guess that's true. So like 1 in 20 then, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, I feel like we're getting pretty close to that number. It's exact, right? That's how math works.
Yep, exact. Always 1 in 20. That's how it works with probabilities.
Anyways, first day she talks about like her non-liking commitment and all this stuff. I just assumed she just didn't like me, because she just went on and on about how like.
She doesn't want to settle down.
Yeah, and like, I mean, part of it seemed to sound a little bit conceited, even where she was like, "Guys always fall madly in love with me within like a few months, and they're like confessing their love for me, and like it runs me off."
I hate when people say that shit.
And so I was like, "Oh well, you know, that's cool, I guess." So at the end of the day, like, I mean, I know for you, we've already had this conversation. For you, it's full tongue down throat. Otherwise, there's no attraction. But I wasn't getting the vibe. I wasn't getting the vibe that would ever be.
I love how anybody who like joins our series for some odd reason right now or since the video that was actually discussed in is going to like take you at your word for that being exactly how that conversation went. But go on, sure, yes. Tongue forcefully down throat is the only thing that means anything.
For anyone that missed that episode, the recap, me and Jeff had an episode where we discussed first date kissing, and for Jeff, tongue is acceptable on the first date, and you not just acceptable, but you kind of expect it if you think there's going to be a second, right?
Yeah, a peck is not for one. Part of it was to do with the term makeout session, and you know, no tongue involved does not equal makeout session. Like no matter who you are, but
right.
If you also on a first date didn't allow me to put tongue in mouth because you like blocked me with your lips because you just wanted to peck, my assumption walking away from that attempt was that was your kind way of saying thanks but no thanks.
So. And my verses of that was I don't even always kiss on the first date. But
I get that. I get not kissing on the first date.
Well, I mean, wait,
And
but
I told you.
okay, hold
I
on. We're gonna have to
told you,
fucking go back to this old story
well,
then.
and I straight up told you about the girl during this conversation about a girl I had met on Plenty of Fish at that point, who we went on a date and I had a great date. And the second date, she told me she didn't think I liked her, didn't think I was interested, and was a little mad at me because of the fact that I did not kiss her and make a move on that first date, because I was trying to be a gentleman and just let that one kind of go through. So I have not kissed on the first date for a girl I was very interested in, thinking that that was the gentlemanly thing to do. Now you just fucking,
but was this
now you sleep with everybody in the first date because clearly they all want it. You know, that's how.
Well, but
and then they fall madly in love with me.
But you also said then that that your opinion on this has changed. The more you dated, the more you expected a kiss. So was this like an early date in your dating life, or?
I was mid-20s, but I guess early date in my dating life. So my dating life kind of went out of college, long-term, like in high school, I can't say long-term relationship, but first serious girlfriend about a year. Then another girl for after that in college through college for like 2.5 or 3 years. And then a couple people that were about like a year or so apiece. And then in my 20s, it was the dates, you know, as opposed to just like, you know, girls I would go on a date with and end up in a long-term relationship.
I see.
So yeah, I guess you could say it was early in my quote unquote dating career, because it wasn't, you know, a girl that turned into a long-term relationship. It was a couple months, but it wasn't, you know.
Well, for me, it's like I mean, I never go for tongue on first date, but we've already. This is an old subject, so I'm just recapping for anyone that doesn't know. But a lot of times it's either just like a peck or even like a hug. Well, with her, I was getting the vibe like I ain't even gonna try to kiss this girl because I ain't never gonna see her again. And so I just like went for a hug, and even then she acted like, "What the fuck are you doing?" kind of thing.
So that doesn't somewhat make you try harder, because I've definitely been on dates before that I was like, clearly there's not the interest there. So what do I got to lose? Let's see how far this can get.
Like if I get the vibe you're not into me, then I am immediately not into you either. Like I'm just
don't need to be into you to want to like take you home for the night.
I do. I'm demisexual, so like I need an interest to even enjoy sex at all. Like I don't. That's why I'm not.
Is that what that term means? Demisexual.
Yeah, well, yeah. Demisexual means like you need to be like emotionally invested in someone in order for sex to be good. Basically,
I never even knew that term. I'll be honest.
But that's me. Like I need to have an emotional connection with someone in order for me to enjoy having sex with them. So like one night stands are just awful for me. But anyways, so yeah, like I even like got on my phone like after I hugged this girl, and she seemed like I had assaulted her. Well, not really, but I mean, she hugged back.
Got an STD test.
Yeah, she did not seem into it. So I got on Discord afterwards and like told everyone, all my subscribers on Twitch, I was like, "Well, that date was awful. I'll never see her again." And so we went on a second date, and then she's basically
how did the second date? I need to know, how did the second date work out of that? Because you clearly make it sound like you weren't even gonna try.
I wasn't gonna try more, and so she texted me. Well, she texted me later that night, and we still carried on a conversation, but like I wasn't putting a lot of effort into it, and maybe that made her like me more.
Were you shocked when all of a sudden you got a text from her that night?
I was like, oh shit, she's texting me, and like I kind of like didn't even like put much effort into the text back either, because I was like, maybe she's just being polite. Like, why is she texting me? Honestly, because it just like everything I read from that first date like did not lead me to believe there would again ever be a second date or even more conversation or anything. I thought, all right, we're done, over. It was nice, goodbye. And so yeah, she texted me later, and we continued to talk, and surprisingly, and I think she ended up staying the night at my house the second date, actually, if I remember right. Yeah, we had dinner, and like she lives like 45 to an hour away from here, and so it ended up being late by the time we got back to my house. And so she was like, "Do you care if I stay the night?" And I was like, "No, that's fine."
Was there tongue?
Yeah, we didn't actually. So we hung out in my house for that whole day, and like went on a date and everything, and we didn't kiss until like we got in bed. Actually, now that I think about it, which is, I guess it just didn't come up really. There wasn't like nothing felt natural. But anyways, but the reason why I brought this all up is after that, after Christmas, she messaged me because Cone came and visited. So my daughter was with me this year from like until Christmas Day. So like school got out on the 20th and she was here until like the 25th, and then she went to her mom's house, and then she was going to be there for like 14 days just because how the schedule worked this year with like already normal custody versus like holiday custody. And so Cone was visiting as well.
Yeah, when you wouldn't let him sleep at all.
Yeah. You know, I wash dishes. And
Getting like a schoolgirl on your phone with this girl you didn't even make out with, like.
Well, no, I mean we had made out at that point. But yeah. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Yeah, we had. But anyways, so and then whenever he left that Saturday. I think it was the 27th. And she'd messaged, she's like, hey, you know, I want to come hang out. Is that cool if I come and stay a couple of days? And I said, sure. So then she came and stayed at my house for 11 days.
You did talk about this.
But I didn't, it was just to you, right?
Yeah. We were not recording. Like, that's why I wondered when you said you're dating this new girl. It's like, since the girl? Like, I didn't know what was going on.
So I saw my therapist today for the first time in like 2 months because like I missed my December time with her because I got sick and I didn't make it there. So she didn't know anything about this person. So I told her all this today, and she was like, she stayed at your house for 11 days, and like she couldn't believe this. And I was like, yeah, it isn't normal, right? And she was like, no, that's really not normal. That's pretty weird. And she's like, did it bother you?
And I would agree with your therapist. For somebody like to just start getting to know you and be like, all of a sudden now we're inseparable for 11 days. And she, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't live like down the street.
No, yeah, I said a minute ago, she lives about 45 to an hour away, depending on traffic.
Yeah, so just never going back to your house and being at some new dude's house for like 11 solid days is a little weird. I'm not saying
that's why I brought this up.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just it's different and weird and very situational, I guess. Yeah. No, it was. So this is the first time anything like this has ever happened in my entire life. We should sleep so these trees grow faster too without the.
Oh, do they grow faster in the day? Guess that makes sense.
In the day and in the. I can't remember if they grow faster in the rain. I know fishing works better in the rain. I don't know if that has anything to do with the trees. I thought the trees grew faster in the daytime, but I could be remembering old school mechanics.
I mean, light. I mean, that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I wanted to get your opinion on. Like, what do you think? Like, is that normal? Is it abnormal? I guess let me give all the information. So since then, so she stayed all that time, and then my daughter came back to my house, and then the day my daughter left to go back to her mom's house, she came back, and then she stayed. So this last week, and so she stayed all the way up until Friday. But then Friday, my daughter was coming to my house early because we were doing a cookie booth Saturday. And like, I have the best location for like a cookie booth. So Crystal was just like, hey, what if she stays with you Friday night so that y'all can do a cookie booth Saturday? So I told the girl I'm dating, I was like, hey, you got to go home Friday because I'm getting my daughter from school. And like, you need to not be here when I get my daughter from school. And she's like, okay, cool. And so what happened that day was kind of weird because like, I had to record during the day, and when I got up at noon to go record, she's like, well, I'm gonna stay in bed a little bit, and like I'll get up in a bit and go. I was like, all right, that's fine. And so I record till 2, and then I take a shower, and I'm leaving to go to the school to get my daughter, and like she's still asleep, and I like wake her up, and I'm like, hey, you gotta go. And so she gets out of bed and everything, and she's like, all right, yeah, I'll be gone by the time you get back. She's like, when are you coming back? And I was like, I'll probably be back in about an hour. So you got an hour, you know, before, because like it was science fair at the school too, so I had to go like.
Please, I'm just gonna put the words in her mouth. Did she say, "Just give me a copy of the key. I'll be needing it anyway"?
No. I told her to lock the house when she left, and that was it. No key.
Make sure you get all your shit.
Well, yeah, basically.
There's no getting back in.
Right. So I leave because, like I said, it was science fair day, so it's gonna be about an hour. I had to go see. Missed. There's lots of grass. So I had to go see all the science fair projects and all that stuff.
Whoa,
we did it.
I heard it. Did you hear the sound?
Yeah.
So I have a Silk Touch pick. Can I pick it up, or does it need to be like a Silk Touch axe, or do those?
I don't actually know.
There's a bee. Oh God.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Okay, they ain't killing us. They hurt.
Are they fucking?
What do bees eat? Seeds? No, not seeds.
I don't know if you can breed them.
I have no idea. If I try to take their, I think with Silk Touch, they're not supposed to attack you.
Okay.
Got it. Am I their
Well,
master
now you took their home.
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I their master? Like, are they following me?
No, now they don't know where their home's at, though. I don't think.
Can I just go put it down like over here? Will they just go back to it?
You may have ruined this bee's life.
Was I supposed to wait until they were in it?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's going back.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, he went back.
He did.
If
If this one goes in and I grab it now, does it have like data that I can't see the MBT data on this? I think it's supposed to keep data that there's 2 bees in this hive.
I hope so. Otherwise, you just fucked up and ruined their life.
Oh,
Removed them from existence.
Where should I put them? Over by our crops?
They need to be near flowers. So wherever you put them, make sure there's flowers. Oh, there's some blue flowers over here.
There's some, but if they're over there, I should put this over here so they have to like travel to go, like sprinkle on the crops, right? Because they're supposed to fertilize, if I recall.
Are they?
I think they fertilize crops as they go across,
Huh.
or that they can fertilize. So they have a chance of doing a bone meal like update on crops as they fly over them. That's what I think I know about them.
I didn't know that.
Taters and see.
But so to finish the story off, so I leave and go to the school and everything. And after I got my daughter from school, after I mentioned there's a cookie booth the next day, and I tell her, I'm like, we might as well go ahead and go to your troops' house and get cookies for tomorrow, so we have to do it in the morning. So we do that, and it's a good thing I did, because apparently after I left my house, she went to lay back down for a second and fell back asleep. So, and I get a text at like 4 something that like she fell asleep and just now left my house. And like I said, I was supposed to be back around 3. So it's lucky I did not come back at 3 when I was supposed to, because she would have still been here, asleep apparently. It'd been like Goldilocks or some shit. So I thought that was kind of weird, because like, for one thing, if I was at someone else's house, I wouldn't have gone back and gotten in the bed. Like, I know I had to leave. I had an hour to leave. I'd have got my shit together and left. But even if I had laid back down for a second, I can't imagine falling asleep knowing I had to be out of that house in an hour. Like, I just couldn't do it.
But I mean, she basically had like lived there now, though, right?
I mean, I guess. So anyway, she left, and then I get that text and everything that, the bees haven't come back out, and I'm worried.
No, yeah, I'm wondering if that was like bad to silk touch them. I don't know what to. Do you have
One just came out. Maybe there wasn't flowers close enough.
Well, that's why I moved that one next to it, but
yeah, I think they might need to be closer.
But how do they go across the flowers? May have to be in a certain distance for them to be able to travel to it. Then, so let me put like one here.
I think you have to jump on that.
Yeah. Oh no, it'll plant.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, that was actually kind of.
Oh well, now this one's going.
They're going pretty far. Maybe they won't come out unless they're not doing any particle effects. But I'm trying to see if they. He just want to get guy here. Guy, this is away from this flower.
This guy's going so far.
Go to this other flower.
So I get a text later that night. We get home at like we didn't get home till like 6 or something, because we went and got cookies, and then we also went and got food and stuff. And so I get text later that night, and she'd forgotten like several things in my house. She forgot, but the important ones was she forgot her iPad pen that she uses for work to draw with.
Okay.
Because she's a graphic designer. And so she's like, I kind of need that for work. Would it be possible if I came back and got it from you? Because my daughter was supposed to just stay Friday night. We'd do the booth on Saturday, and then she was going back to her mom's until Monday. And so she was like, would it be cool if I come back Saturday and grab that from you real quick, or maybe sometime next week while she's in school? And I was like, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. So she comes back Saturday, and I'm like, all right, here's all your stuff. It's good seeing you. And she's like, well, I'm gonna hang out just for a little while, and then I'll go home. I was like, all right, that's fine. And then she stayed the night.
I mean, because you wanted her to, because she pushed her way.
I didn't ask her to. Like, she just stayed the night. Like, we started watching a movie together, and she fell asleep on me. And I sat there, even after the movie had ended, for like an extra hour, like not knowing what to do because I didn't want to wake her up. But yeah, she like fell asleep on me, and then when she woke up, she's like, "Oh, I'm so groggy. I don't feel like driving right now." And it was like only like 10 o'clock, I think. But then she just didn't leave, and it was okay. Like, I'm not telling this story complaining. I'm really telling the story to kind of get your opinion on all of this.
Well, it sounds like you didn't not want her to stay the night. So
yeah, I didn't.
You weren't pushing her out the door, and she just happened.
But I didn't know how to politely push her out the door either, because like, basically since December 20th, I had not had a single day alone, because December 20th, my daughter got out of school. I had her. Cone came, then Sarah came, and then my daughter came, and then Sarah came, and like I had not had a single moment to myself alone since December 20th, and like that was basically 2 days ago, Saturday, 2 days ago. Yeah, it's Tuesday now, so whatever that Saturday was, like I was still not having a single day to myself. So at some degree, I was at the point of like, I do want some alone time. Like, I don't need to be around anyone else. I'd be good if, if she had not stayed the night, I would have been just fine. But I also wasn't like upset that she was staying the night. I was just like, it's okay if you go home, basically.
Right. I mean, I think it's funny that she used the line about how everybody like falls in love with her. It sounds like, she's she's got some goodster on the brain, as opposed to the other way around. But clearly it's not, that you're not interested.
Right.
But God, it just made me do that little crawly thing again. When that tree grew, but I don't know. It's kind of an interesting one because this bee is way the fuck over here.
Well, so then I'm still not done. So she stays the night Saturday night, and that's fine. We go to bed.
Is she like behind you right now?
Right.
I'm gonna hear her voice be like, "Why do you say that, Jason?"
Yeah, Jeff, you got to answer right. She's holding a gun. So then, like,
bitch.
So Sunday, I was like, listen, I already got a 24 or 12-hour stream planned. So like, I'm getting up and I'm starting my stream at noon, and I'm streaming until midnight. So like, tonight when we go to bed, that's gonna be the last time I really talk to you, because like tomorrow I'm getting up at noon and recording or streaming all day. So whenever you head home, like I won't, I'll be in the middle of streaming. So like, goodbye tonight, basically. And so we go to bed at 2 a.m. and I get up at noon to go stream, maybe a little like 11:30, I think it was. 'Cause I took a shower and stuff. And so she's like, all right, I'm just gonna sleep just a bit longer and I'm gonna leave. She slept until 8 o'clock at night.
Well, you didn't say she works like night shifts, like you.
Well, no, she doesn't. She works whenever she wants because she's a graphic designer.
But she usually runs the night shift.
I mean, yeah.
It's just like saying you don't work a night shift, but your do your own schedule puts you on night shift schedule.
Right. I mean, she has basically the same sleep schedule as me. I don't sleep till 8 o'clock at night, and we went to bed at 2 a.m. Like, so she slept from 2 a.m. until 8 p.m.
I mean, that's a long time. Maybe she's sick. Maybe.
Well, that's what I asked. I was like, how's your throat feel? Because I was like, man, I gave this bitch mono. Honestly, was my thought. So I've been like asking, like, how you feel? How you feeling? Because like she can't like the whole like falling asleep thing on me. That was different too. I mean, I could have. It's possible. Well, this bee is just not going home.
Well, that one's way over there. The other one's way over here.
Yeah, they're supposed to go home at night. Like, they're supposed to freak out.
Look at the one by me.
Yeah. I'm wondering if like they don't know where their home is at.
But they came out of it.
Yeah.
And this one looks like he's fertilizing just all over the fucking sand.
It's their pollen. They have their full on pollen.
But why is he fertilizing? Go fertilize our crops that are right by your home, my friend.
Well, no, he's just dripping pollen is all it is.
Oh.
But he's supposed to go home now. It's nighttime.
I mean, don't they teach young boys not to do
that? But so anyway, she wakes up at 8, and this time I was like, all right, well, I like took a break from streaming for just a second to talk to her, and I was like, all right, well, goodbye. See you later. And like, I am certain she planned on staying if I had not been like, goodbye.
So you did push her out the door this time.
I did on Sunday. I was like, all right, I'm streaming. I can't really stop but for a second. So like gave her a kiss. I was like, I'll see you later. talk to you later. Bye bye.
And this was when you said
Sunday. So
Sunday.
2 days.
Have
Yeah.
you talked to her since?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Like we're not like not upset with each other like that, but like
What
I mean,
when's she planning on coming back?
that's the thing. She was like, "I'll see you on Monday."
That was yesterday.
No. The next Monday, I don't have my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So next Monday, basically.
I mean, it sounds like she plans on moving in halftime.
It's what it seems like, right?
And so it's funny, when I've been in relationships before that were just starting, I remember being like inseparable from the person, but they were also local. There was not.
I consider her local. I mean, I drive the same distance to go to the grocery store.
Okay. So I guess it is local then. But they were local. There was no kids involved in those random schedules, and I was younger.
Right.
With like
These bees, I don't know, man.
yeah, maybe I should have not broke their hive when they were in it. Should I ride it?
Or I don't even know.
Ugh. I'm trying to get on him. Hey. No, I can't do it.
They may never go home.
Yeah, I don't think they care about that beehive. Is it like broken or something? Do I have to do something to fix it?
I don't know. But yeah, that was basically my question. Like, do you think it's abnormal for someone to spend that much time living with someone they just met?
So yes, but that doesn't mean it's bad per se. It's just I do think it's abnormal.
Yeah, I thought so.
I mean, I've never. Trying to think. I'm also a homebody, as in like I like to have my own home base. There was a long time when I didn't have a home base where I kept like a toothbrush and toothpaste in my car because I had no idea where I was going to end up every night. I knew I had to go to class, and I knew I had to go to like the job that I had, whether it was a full-time job or whether
he went back.
Part-time job. Oh, did he? Oh, this guy did.
This one did.
Whether it was a full-time job or a part-time job or whatnot, depending on what part of the school year it was, university and this, that, the other. But there was a long time when I could wake up in anybody's house, friends, people I met at the bar, back to the fraternity house, that I didn't have a home base, and I could have easily been like, "Ooh, this is cozy," and stayed with the same girl that I'd met for a couple days. I think it only lasted like 2 to 3 days at the most at one time. At the beginning of something, though.
Right.
11 seems excessive. I didn't want to stay in my house at that point because I always had a place to stay. I had like either a room, my fraternity house.
Well, that's the thing. She's got a place to stay. Like she's got a roommate. She lives with someone. Like she's,
Yeah. So I had.
She's got a dog.
That's weird. So who's taking care of the dog?
Her roommate. Her roommate doesn't work. Her dad like pays for everything basically. So like her roommate doesn't work.
She hot and single. maybe we should go after that one.
I mean, she's not my type. I like women with jobs for one thing.
Well, you don't need to have a job if they have money. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
is there a job?
Daddy's money gonna last? Like, I don't know. Like, I think someone that's that age that's still living off their daddy's money that's gross to me.
Depends on who their daddy is.
He's just a retired man that apparently sits around all day.
If daddy is Donald Trump, I think you're gonna be okay.
God, I would definitely not date Donald Trump's daughter.
Well, you might not know whose daughter it is. Just know it's somebody like Donald Trump.
No. Apparently, he's just a retired man that sits around all the time and doesn't do anything. So yeah, no. Roommates. I mean, I can't imagine. In high school, I could kind of see that. Like, you date someone and then you end up dating one of their friends afterwards. But like now, I can't imagine dating someone and then dating one of their friends. It feels like that'd be weird.
I think the only way that those things happen today's day and age is when it's not today's day and age, our age. I mean, in today's society, is when it's the breakup happened because the cheating was going on between and friends. Otherwise, it's not. There's no mutually like, oh, we split up and then I got with her best friend. Like it just doesn't happen like that. When you're older, it does not happen like that.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
the
In
both?
high school, that actually happened. Well, not that I was cheating, but I dated this girl, and then like, after I broke up, her best friend immediately moved in on me, and then like I think that ruined their friendship. Honestly,
Yeah, my best friend in my senior year, we had to go to the office together because you had to say who your prom date was, and he had to switch his prom date to somebody else's name because it was somebody. If they went to a different school, you had to like say who it was so that they would let him in the school. So he went and switched it to the new girl that he was going to be taking to the prom, and I immediately afterwards had to say, and the one he just removed from his name, put her on my name, and they looked at me like I was crazy because they knew we were friends, and we were still friends.
Wow,
that was a weird one.
Yeah,
But that was high school again. Like,
right, exactly. I was it's the same with me. But you know what? I didn't realize. Jesus Christ, it's been 40 minutes, so we gotta stop this conversation here.
I mean, it hadn't been 11 days. We can keep going. Straight up 11-day video. Like, you see how awkward this gets.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. See ya.